And it came to pass that the children of Israel groaned under the heavy yoke of Pharaoh, their cries rising to heaven. And the Lord who had promised Abraham remembered his covenant, and raised up Moses, drawn from the waters of the Nile, preserved from death to become deliverer of his people. And when he stood before the burning bush, the voice of God called him, saying, I am that I am, and sent him forth with signs and wonders. With a mighty hand the Lord struck Egypt. Waters turned to blood, frogs, lice, and flies plagued the land. Livestock perished, boils and hail fell, locusts devoured, darkness covered the land, until at last the firstborn were slain. Yet the blood of the Lamb upon the doorpost spared the households of Israel, foreshadowing the greater Lamb to come. Pharaoh released them, yet pursued them to the sea. But God divided the waters, Israel passing through on dry ground while the host of Egypt was swallowed up in the depths. In the wilderness the Lord went before them in a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night, bringing water from the rock and bread from heaven, proving himself faithful. Yet the people murmured, doubted, and turned quickly to idols, fashioning a golden calf, even as Moses received the law upon Sinai, where thunder, smoke, and fire declared the holiness of God. The covenant was given, written on stone, commands to love the Lord and walk in his ways, with tabernacle and priesthood established for worship and sacrifice. Yet rebellion rose again and again, and so they wandered 40 years until a new generation arose, led by Joshua across the Jordan, where the walls of Jericho fell at the sound of trumpets, and the land of promise was entered. But the story was not of Israel only, for in all these things God revealed his character, the deliverer who redeems the oppressed, the judge who humbles the proud, the shepherd who guides his flock, and the covenant maker who keeps his word. And this journey through the desert pointed to a greater redemption yet to come. For just as the blood of the lambs brought deliverance from Egypt, so the blood of Christ would bring deliverance from sin. Just as manna fell from heaven, so the bread of life would come down. Just as water flowed from the rock, so living water would flow from him. And just as Joshua brought the people into the land of rest, so the greater Yeshua, Jesus, would bring his people into an eternal inheritance, where the wilderness wandering would end and the promised kingdom of God would endure forever.